And here he is, the man that's been talked about an awful lot over the last year or so, the head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. How does that sound?
Yeah, it catches me by surprise, but obviously it's a thrill of a lifetime. And, you know, I'm real proud today, excited for myself and for my family, and excited for our franchise. We got a lot of work to do, but we're going to do it.
I recognize that every team and every year there's always challenges inherent in them. But you've been in one culture for so long and helped create that culture. Were you looking for a different kind of experience?
Well, that's a great question. We talked about this a lot, and you know, I believe you're looking for challenges all the time. We had a great 10-year run. Ken Holland's a great friend of mine. His family are good people. The Elches were fantastic. I emotionally engaged with the players, and yet I really felt that it was time. And you know, today when I got up and you spring into bed, you feel like you're 25 years old, you're a little bit scared, there's this new opportunity and you're chasing it again. And so this is a great opportunity for me. I'm 52, I'm not dead, and I want to get after it.
Listen, you haven't been here long enough to figure out how long you'll last in this situation. Yeah, an awful lot's been made about the coverage and the way this team is covered and the way this team has performed. How much of it is wanting to turn a ship like this around?
Well, I think it's a massive challenge, there's no question about it, but as I got in the process, when I came to see Shanny and Mark Hunter and Larry, I didn't know I was going to get excited. And I did it, I don't know, was it 10 or 12 days ago when I first met with them. And you know, I was very impressed with Mark Hunter. I was impressed with Shanny and the plan they had here and the direction they wanted to go. And then when I talked to Larry and then later to the board and understood their commitment for the long haul, that got me excited. And you know, when I went home and talked to my wife, I said, hey, this is all right. Now, obviously I met with tons of teams and enjoyed that process immensely. In the end, made this decision and I'm excited about it.
What did you mean today when you talked about a safe place for players?
Well, you know, it's amazing when the media and everyone can paint it into something they want. When you win all the time, it's fun to go to the media. Look at the newspaper, you get to read about yourself, how great you are. You look at the standings, it looks good.
Do you read about yourself? You won't hear.
Hang on. What I do is everything's going good, I'll check it out. If I want to beat myself up, I can do that all by myself. I don't need it. But I do listen to country music, so I don't have to listen to talk radio. I never ever listen to talk radio. And saying all that, though, is you know as a human being whether you're doing well or not. But I believe the media in this town are fans. They want you to do good. We have to help them help us too. But I also think to make the players safe, we got to create a product on the ice that they feel good, that they feel comfortable. When you feel like you're under attack all the time, I think that wears on you over time.
How close were you to not being a member of the Maple Leafs?
Oh, yeah, close. But I mean, I went back and forth a number of times.
Is it just you in Buffalo and Toronto?
Well, and obviously Detroit.
Well, Kenny said he wasn't going to give you longer than 4 years.
5-year deal.
Yeah. So at 5, did you ever have any part of you where you thought, come on, I've been here with you longer, I want longer?
No, I didn't want longer. You know, you're in Detroit. At one point, I even said to him, maybe just give me 3. But what I want you to understand is in the end, don't get me wrong, I did a whole bunch of work about NBA coaches and NFL coaches, and I had all this prepared to sell someone that this is what you got. I never did any of that. This is the one, the city, the fans, the sweater.
That's got to mean something to you.
Well, it's, you know, I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I was supposed to be, I thought I was going to be a professor at McGill University. That's what I was going to do. You get to be the coach of the Detroit Red Wings, and then they tell you get to be the coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pretty special if you're me.
How long do you have to be around a group of guys before you can get a sense of what kind of players you have? Not just with skill, but also the emotional or intellectual makeup.
Well, I think that's a key part right there. Obviously, I've observed them from afar. I've never been in their locker room. I've never been around them every day. I've never seen them work. Now, to be a good pro, some people think that means you get paid. To be a good pro is you eat it, you train it, you live it, your off-ice habits, how you do everything. That's what we're going to get to know. You win with good people.
Right.
And so you got to decide either you're in or you're not here.
You've spoken a bunch about your relationship with Kenny Holland. When you had your final meeting with him, were you 100% sure that you were walking out of there leaving the Red Wings, or was there still a chance?
Talking to Kenny Holland, to be honest, the last couple of times I talked to him, it was beyond emotional. You know, we needed the Kleenex box there. He's a good man. looked after the Babcock family, treated us right, gave us an opportunity to be successful, and we're forever indebted. But now it's time to build new relationships and new opportunities.
Good to see you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Mike Babcock.